changes.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Clash Royale video. This is Remy from Raw Gaming, and today I have created a monster for you guys if you want to play. Like, this deck will work starting from arena 6, 7, 8 and all the way to 9. So I'm playing this deck and I broke my personal record using this deck for 4,266. I'm not really into pushing, well, as long as I can get my gold and my chests, you know, filled up at the end of the day, I'm very happy with that. But with this deck, man, like, I break no sweats actually to get into a personal record, and it helps out throughout the push. Now I'll show you the way that I played this one. Like, I've been facing really bad defeats, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to do a deck that is going to dodge everyone and it's going to give you many angry faces. But you know what, it doesn't matter. All what it matters that we are going to grab that win at the end of the day. We're going to watch few replays. We will see how this deck is gonna operate inside of the game. Now in starting hand, you know, you've got your pump, you've got your barbarians, you've got your Valkyrie and the arrows. Everything that you have in there, you have that to counter any push. Now the secret about this deck, that you will have to wait for the overtime. That overtime, you know, if your opponent didn't take out your pumps at the beginning of the game, you will be laughing. But if your opponent actually goes, like, for instance, like, I'm versing a level 10 in here but using level 9 rares, which I do, like, you know, like for level 11, in my case, like, I'm still using, you know, level 9 rares and level 5 epics, which is, like, you know, fair enough. He's using the same level cards as I do. But the thing is, we will see how this deck is gonna operate. Now starting hand, you've got every single thing that you want to counter any push. So you've got your barbarians, you've got your Valkyrie, you've got your musketeer, and with air troops, like, you know, you've got the musketeer actually to counter the lava hound, and once the lava hound pops, make sure you use the arrows in the right time. So that will help you out if you are facing air attacks. But how this deck works, that the secret about this deck, man, like, you know, all what you need to do is focus on pumping. If your opponent let you get away with pumping, you will be laughing all the game. So you will easily get three crowns on your opponent. But if not, don't worry about it. All what you need to do, you need to wait for the overtime. That is when things get hectic. This is where you want to go crazy on your opponent. And once you start getting the grip, your opponent will have a really bad trouble actually countering your push. Now in here, I lost mega load actually, like, of health on my left tower, but it's fine. You know what, we're going to do a push on the right lane because I want to draw all his defenses cards on the right lane. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop our barbarian on that giant. That giant is by himself, so he's not going to make it into my tower, and we are going to build our spawner decks right on the right lane. So when using our spawner decks on the right lane, he's going to drop every single card that he could counter me on the right lane, and he won't be able to get into the left lane. Now the only thing that I found out inside of this deck, that once a tower is taken down, it's going to be really hard. You could take one tower and then you will go for the draw. But in here, in the overtime, man, when you get that double elixir, look at your cards. Your cards fills up really quickly, even though this is very expensive deck. But still, you know what, this is a spawner deck, and this is a refined of a spawner deck. Once you get your musketeer actually behind your barbarians, behind your fire spirits, she will get that win definitely. So in here we grabbed 1 crown to 0, so we will give Anthony a good game and we will jump into the second replay. It's very simple. All what you need to do, you need to defend like a champ for two constant minutes. And if you get away with pumping, like I said, you will be able to drop all the spawner decks like the Barbarian Hut, the Furnace, and then you will be able to go for more push. And here I'm versing level 11. So level 11, he's using a fast deck. Now the reason that I showed you 3 different types of decks, because that is how to count. I want you to know how I counter such decks, so you know how to think about it in the future, and then you could counter it yourself. Now starting hand, like I've got my Furnace down, I've got my Barbarian Hut down. Now of course I have the arrows in there to take down the Golden Barrel, but I'm not going to worry about the Spear Goblins in there, so we will keep going into the left side. So right now I'm just building my Elixir, and then I dropped my miner right on the left tower just to cause that chip damage. You know, once we get that chip damage done, we will be able to take that tower down. And the second Furnace goes down along with healthy Barbarian Hut actually on the field. So that is brilliant. Now when you have your Furnace actually set up, when there is like a minion horde or like a Barbarian horde at you, that Furnace, the Fire Spirits, is going to do work, is going to save you heaps of time. Now in here, look in there, man, my Valkyrie managed to get into that tower and take two swipes, like at that tower. My Barbarians in there, my Musketeer actually got the tower to 0. So now the game is on our favor. 1 crown to 0, and now it's time to switch lanes. So, well, look at the way that I place my Barbarian's Hut. Sometimes I protect my Barbarian's Hut, and sometimes I protect my tower. So it's all up to you. The way that you want to play it, it's up to you. But make sure that you do really good Elixir trade. Once you do that Elixir trade, you will be able to counter any push. With the whole push that he did on the right side, man, the Valkyrie tech literally took everything out, and then we are going for one more push. It's okay, you want to zap the Fire Spirits in there, I have arrows to counter you. So now we're still going into the other lane. With a desperate move from his side, man, the arrows goes down. It's funny to play this deck. It's really fun to play. Now with the desperate move from his side, he's going into the left lane, and he's trying to take that tower down with his all the troops in there. But that will give me the opportunity actually to grab another tower on the right side, and we ended up this game with 2 crowns to 0. That is how powerful this deck, man. This is we have refined the spawner decks to be really monster inside of the arena. So I literally created a monster. We'll jump into the third battle, and we will see if this is going to work out really good with us. Now this guy is using AoE damage, so he's using the rocket and he's using the fireball along with his hook. So technically what he wants to do, he wants to get the miner into the tower, he wants to do that chip damage, and he will get his hug to get 2 swings on your tower, and then he will start rocketing you and fireballing you. So in here, that was a really nice case. Like, look at this guy. I pumped up at the right side, and then he goes with his rocket in there, so he took down my rocket. I will give him the Will Blade. Now with the confidence replay from him, he's going to go good luck. Okay, thank you very much. So good luck to you, mate. So we'll jump into that, we will keep going with that game. So dropping my Furnace down, he's going to fireball that. Now my Barbarian Hut goes into the arena. So the Barbarian Hut is an awesome. I just upgraded that to level 9 though. So in there, he's going to counter that with his Furnace in there. No sweats whatsoever. But you know what? No worries, mate. I'm just building my Elixir, and I will go for one push, and then we will see how you're going to counter that. So now in here, my arrows goes into the minion horde. My Musketeer in there, she's going to get 2, 3, 4, and 5 hits on that tower. So that got us to be equal actually with this guy. Now he's trampling, he doesn't know what to do. He threw his rocket, so that is a bad elixir trade. So he threw his rocket right on my furnace. My furnace cost only 4 elixir and he spent 6 elixir to take that furnace down. But you know what, no sweats. I'll drop another barbarian hut, even though that you have your inferno right in the middle in there. No worries whatsoever. Show me how you're going to get into my tower. Now with his hug, he's going to take that barbarian down. But you know what, I have the Valkyrie in there. The Valkyrie is going to help out taking out that hug. But my miner on the tower, man, my miner got the tower all the way to 56. So that, man, can you complain about that? This is a monster in action, seriously. Now I have 6 barbarians, like counter the barbarians to counter that. He threw another rocket on my barbarian. 1 tower down out of him, and he threw a rocket on my barbarian. Now look at the miner that he played. He threw that miner right on my furnace instead of going to cause that chip damage on my tower. So you know what, when you play such decks, you will have your opponent actually trampling, he doesn't know what to do, and you will be able to grab that win, and you will give him, you know what, he says good, well played, that's a good sport from his side, so we will give him the good game, and thank you very much. Look at my log in here. I've been practicing this deck actually with different types, like, you know, inside of my clan and live battles. I got my grand challenge all the way to level 6 now without any loss. I will keep you posted about the grand challenge, guys. So that is the deck. If you want to, that will appear somewhere on the screen. So if you want to try it, give it a go, and good luck with that. This is going to end up our video for today, guys. If you are happy with it, just give it a thumb up, and I know that you're going to get many angry faces, but you know, win is a win. So have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. You be safe, and I'm signing out. Thank you.